Hey, what up everybody? My name is Joe and today I'm super close to the camera because we're going to be talking about hair. I got elephants and giraffes on my shirt. They're really cool. Check it out right now. We're going back to the basics with this one, y'all, because I've done a lot of haircut videos recently, but it's been a while since I've used my own hands to style a hairstyle. So these are just going to be a few tips that you can use to make your undercut look a little bit better. Hopefully you learned something interesting. So without further ado, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. Starting out with tip number 1. This is all about the pre-styling products. Depending on what products you use as a pre-styler will determine the final results of your hairstyle. I'll give you 3 different examples. First, if you use a hair cream, then the final result will be a more silky smooth, natural looking effect after you blow dry. Then number 2, if you use mousse, you might find that your hair is gonna be a bit more dry, but it's gonna have a lot more volume and poof to it, and it'll give you different styling opportunities. And finally, number 3, if you use a wax, it's kind of in between like a cream and a mousse. It'll still give you pretty good volume, but it won't feel quite as dry. Wax is best for people with kind of normal to thickish hair. Anyways, today as my pre-styler, I'm going to be using mousse. I'm going to be using this one right here. I'll link it in the description, but I like this one because it's a heat protectant and a mousse in one. So that's a free step for you guys right there, free bonus tip. Always use a heat protectant when you're going to use heat products like a blow dryer. Okay, this is a 2-in-1, so I'm good with this. It's fluffy. Gonna work this in a little bit and then just kind of plop it. Get it all in there. And now moving on to tip number 2. You gotta decide which way you want to blow dry and stick to that direction, kind of. There's generally 3 different styles you can achieve with the blow dryer. If you blow dry your hair in the opposite direction, so for me that would be from my left to my right, then you'll achieve maximum volume that your hair can produce. If you blow dry your hair the way that your hair grows, which for me would be from my left to my right, I'd be finished with a more smoother, natural looking hairstyle. And finally, if you choose to blow dry both left and right, so going against the way your hair grows and with the way your hair grows, then you're going to be creating natural volume with your hair still ending in the direction that it grows, since it naturally pulls towards that way. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, right now. Right, then you should be finished once your hair is completely dry and there's no moisture left, because if there's any moisture, then that can mess with the way that you want your hair to set and stay for the rest of the day. Alright, tip number 3 is all about the finishing product. Now, as you probably know, there's tons of products out there. There's matte finish, there's shine products, there's natural finish, all sorts. You gotta figure out what you want to do because they will all achieve different outcomes. As you probably know, there's like millions of styling products ranging from matte finish to shine finish to natural finish to all sorts of different finishes. So you need to figure out for yourself what you want to achieve, because all of these products are going to achieve a different look once you put it in your hair. Obviously, matte finish means that it's going to look like there's no product in your hair, ranging all the way down to super shiny pomades, which makes it look, you know, like greasy, way back in the day type of slick back hairstyles. Stuff like that. So what I'm going to be using today is from the Pete and Pedro line from my man Alpha M. This one, put simply, is just called paste. If I were to place this in the scale between the shiny greasy look and the matte no product look, I would place it just about in the middle. So it's got kind of like a natural shine, but it's not over the top at all. And it also doesn't have a super strong hold, so it's going to give a natural finish and a natural shine. So once we've chosen our product, we can move on to tip number 4. Alright, so this tip is all about the application process. Since this isn't a very strong hold, I can get away with a little bit more. There you go. Rub it in. Make sure you emulsify completely, so you spread it well. And then this is where the real tip is. Get it in your hair from the roots to the tips. Don't just go over the top. You got to work it in and make sure that your product covers your entire head of hair. Like this. Once you work your product in, your hair should be ready to take on the day or the night. depending on when you styled your hair. The reason why it's so important to work it all the way through your hair is simply because if you layer it just on the top, then you're not giving hold to the roots, and your roots is what holds your hair up throughout the whole day. Because if you just layer it over the top, it might look good for the moment, but I can guarantee you it's not going to last very long. Whereas if you work it all the way through, it's going to last a lot longer. You got it? Right, and if you'd like to get your hands on this product right here, or any other from the Pete and Pedro line, then check out the coupon that I've got in the description for a discount, and also the website. Does that sound good? Okay, now that I'm done with that, we're moving on to tip number 5. Tip number 5 has to do with transitioning into a new hairstyle. You know, the undercut is great and it's been my favorite hairstyle, but what if you want to try something new and you want to start letting your hair grow out longer? Well, yeah, go ahead and do that. But of course, if you're growing your hair out, you're going to hit that awkward stage where your hair just doesn't really look like you know what you're doing with it, and it's going kind of all funky. So I'm about to flash back to myself when I had long hair and tell you what you should do, or one step that you could do to minimize the awkward looking stage. So flashback to old Joe. Alright guys, we're jumping into the past when my sides have started to grow out. The most noticeable thing when hair starts to grow out, especially if you've gone from an undercut, is around the ears, and this area just starts looking a little bit messy. So what you want to do is take your razor, whichever one that you got, and don't have any guard on it, so it's just a 0. Like this. So what you want to do is take all the hair that's behind your ears and bring it in front, like this, because that's everything that we want to chop off. And yep, just check it out. Next, I'm just going to take the blade and literally follow the outline of my ear. Not finished yet, but that's already much better. Alright, well there you go. You can see much nicer than before. Just quick and easy. Now we can jump back into the future. See you guys. Alright guys, well that's it for this week. If you're not subscribed to Alpha M, this video is going up on his channel as well. So you should go check him out, because he knows a lot of stuff about style and stuff like that, grooming. Yeah, pretty legit stuff. And that's it. I guess I'll see everybody next time. Bye-bye.